Andrew Mlangeni. Let's get more reaction. I want to bring in now ANC spokesperson Pule Mabe. He joins us now via Skype. Mr. Mabe, our deepest condolences go out to you and the members of the ANC. It is no doubt a devastating morning to get up to the news that we've lost such a giant in the struggle for freedom in South Africa. Your thoughts at this time?
Morning and morning to your viewers. This is indeed not a very good one for us. Ndate Mlangeni was awarded the highest honor, the African National Congress, Isitalandwe Seaparangwe, for his unwavering commitment to the ideals that the ANC upheld to. He was convicted at the Rivonia trial in 1964 and spent over 2 decades at the Robben Island. He was indeed a great fountain of wisdom for our organization, a man of integrity. Up until his last day, Ndate Mlangeni served the Integrity Commission of the African National Congress, a body established to ensure that those of our cadre who serve the movement uphold the best acceptable ethos out in society. We are much more poorer without him. Just last month in June, he celebrated his 95th birthday. Almost all of the officials of the ANC had conveyed their tribute to him, wishing him long life. Little did we know that that was to mark his last birthday. There's a lot that we can learn from Ndate Mlangeni, a humble man who up until his last day had kept his house in Soweto. His foundation, named after him and his wife, June Mlangeni, had been doing quite a lot of things. Even during this COVID-19, he will be able to report to his generation that he was part of those that were in the trenches, helping us to fight against this deadly virus called corona. He had done quite a lot, giving out food parcels in communities and also conveying messages of hope to our own government and to our own President Cyril Ramaphosa.
Yeah,
the ANC is much more poorer without him.
Just looking at some of the footage, I don't know if Eugene, we can just put it where you see, you know, his smile. I think one of the clips he was shaking hands with who looked like Jesse Jackson there. Smile that lit up a room, seemed warm, seemed approachable. But he was also strong in principle. Talk to us about what sort of role he played in the dark days of the struggle.
Well, he spent a larger part of his life at the Robben Island. He spent 2 decades there, has been in the trenches, from humble beginnings, was a bus driver at one point, at another point had to impersonate a pastor. You know, President Ramaphosa gave a moving tribute to him on his 95th birthday, really reading out how we, the people of South Africa, came to experience and experiment Ndate Andrew Mlangeni. And it was quite a great one that we spoke about him when he was very much alive. He had the honor and privilege of hearing how his comrades valued him. I'm sure this will be one message that he takes to his generation, which includes Nelson Mandela, Governor Mbeki, Amt Katrada, Dennis Goldberg, Elias Mutswale, and many others that he was with at the Rivonia trial.
Yeah, President. Indeed. Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Mabe. No doubt, that's a common refrain, isn't it? That your organization is much poorer without the leadership of Andrew Mlangeni. President Cyril Ramaphosa put out a statement earlier on describing his life as dramatic and said it was an example, a unique example of heroism as well as humility, and also describing him as a beacon of ethical leadership. What sort of lessons do you think the current leadership of the ANC can learn from Tata Mlangeni?
Well, I mean, most of us had the privilege of crossing paths with Tata Mlangeni and learned quite a lot from him. The leaf we can take from his book is the assertion of the values of sacrifice, making sure that those of us who are in positions of leadership put the interest of the people first before ours. Tata Mlangeni was more obsessed about changing the conditions of the people on whose behalf he joined the struggle. It really never bothered him that he still stayed in Soweto. He was a great golfer, loved his golf, and loved life. You know, there was that interesting thing about him, that Mlangeni, even at his advanced age, would still make time to attend State of the Nation's addresses, make time to attend ANC gatherings. At the 53rd National Executive Committee, we had appointed him as chair of the Integrity Commission. Because of his belief and affirmation of ethical leadership, he still continued to serve at the Integrity Commission even up until his own last day. So we knew that we ought not to falter in our own conduct in the organization, because Tata Mlangeni spoke truth to power. For him, it did not matter who you were, what position you held in the organization. If he felt that your conduct was really compromising the image and standing of the ANC, he would be the first to express his views without fear or favor.
You know, we've been learning this morning about how influential he was, not only within the party, but general society at large here in South Africa and also around the continent. But when you look at his life, who was his role model? Who did he look up to in terms of inspiration within the organization?
Well, from what we saw and what he resonated, he really believed in the strength of his generation. You know, he spoke about this at his own birthday. You know, never did he think that he will celebrate another 60th. So he would think that, oh, okay, next year might be my last year. And as he saw years coming by, he came to realize that the strength of every collective is built or constructed behind their loyalty to the values that bring them together.
Pule Mabe, ANC spokesperson, we thank you very much indeed for your time and giving us this insight into Andrew Mlangeni. We thank you very much indeed. God bless.
No, thanks.